Only in modern day gaming you can make a solid 0 out of 10 game and demand to be praised.
Let's see this. Asmongold has been called out for the comments on Emil Pagurullo. Lies in the stories of Emil. Bad gaming, oh, thank God. Alright, here we go. It's a 2
That's long.
Oh, God.
Get the best bits for me.
Gamers are dumb, YouTubers are dumb. Alright. Let's see what I'm not gonna watch this whole fucking thing, bro, but I'll look just for a couple of minutes. We'll see where's the part about me.
This is a video about a man accused of crimes he did not commit, and what the consequences of those accusations can be. This is not a video about Starfield, but Starfield does play a role, and Starfield does matter to many people.
It matters to very stupid people. People with not a lot in their life. An extremely pathetic group of people that are gonna say Starfield is good. No, Starfield is bad.
Now, I think that everyone should be able to express whatever opinion they have about a game.
Absolutely.
And that people holding and expressing different opinions is a good...
True, but we can always call them out on having stupid opinions.
thing.
Where's the part about me?
In fact, I would like to believe that in many ways my entire channel champions this idea.
Ooh, oh wow, these videos are way too long.
And so, if you hate Starfield, I think that's okay. And if you want to express your hatred of
it is okay, because that's the correct stance to have.
Starfield Online, I
find it faster.
That's okay. And if you are disappointed in Starfield, Bethesda, or any other part of the gaming industry, then I think that's okay as well. But there are things which are not okay, no matter what your opinion of a game might be. And it's those things that I want to focus on.
Okay, here's the part with me.
So this video is not like my normal content.
Okay.
I will not be criticizing a game.
Okay, here we go.
Most people don't know most of this story.
Ooh.
So let's...
Hey, I remember this, I think.
See how people reacted. Like the most viewed reaction titled Starfield Dev Blames the Players.
So there is an individual that works at Bethesda. Well, what the hell do I really care? Not a lot. You think I give a fuck about your problems as a game developer? You brought out a game that didn't even have a fucking map for a city. Jesus.
True. As stupid and brain damaged as asmongold is, this opinion is absolutely 100% without question the correct one. Okay? There is no debate even about this. I as a consumer or as a person absolutely could not care less about your trials, problems, and mental challenges as a game developer. Literally do not care.
Was I wrong? So pathetic.
Amazingly, no.
I swear to God, some game developers, there's like this fucking strain of game developers that are like in this constant battle to be like recognized for having a hard job. It's like streamers that are like...
Hey, it's not only game developers. Everyone without talent does this, by the way. They constantly try to tell everyone how absolutely horribly hard their life is and how you should care about them. Even though if you look at what they're doing, it's like ridiculously simple and not complicated at all. I mean, you can call game development not that easy if you want, but hey, you kind of need to understand at the same time, if you make a game like Starfield without even a city map, that, you know, you're probably bad at whatever you're doing.
Fixated around people feeling sorry for them for being streamers. Shut the fuck up. If you don't like it, get another job. Nobody gives a fuck about your problems.
Yep.
Nobody cares about how you feel. It doesn't matter, and it never did, and it never will. By the way, I stand by everything I said. I'm completely right.
Rare true. Rare true.
Well, maybe one day people will care. I mean,
why?
I can
Really?
No.
You think one day people are going to care about the problems of streamers? You really think that one day
No one's gonna care about the problems of anyone else.
construction workers are going to come to an understanding of seeing why I have a why I have a hard time making video game videos? You really think that? No. You think that there's going to be a time where you can explain to somebody who...
Okay, let me push this even further. Do you think there's ever gonna be a time when anyone gives a shit about construction workers, bruh? If you're a construction worker and you are not happy with your life, well, that's on you, Buttercup. Maybe you should have went to school. Maybe you should have tried harder in life. If you're a construction worker, you're not happy with your job, it is what it is, and it's called literally your own fault. And don't get me even started on this. Oh, construction workers are such a hard job. Yeah, maybe in the third world country called America where I got told, so there's this crazy thing called flyby states where construction workers are literally whipped with whips so they do their jobs faster, and if they don't, they get executed or something like that, which is completely insane and unbelievable. Do you want to hear an actual hard job? Construction work is a job not hard. Trust me, construction workers. You want an actual hard job, Buttercup? Do you want to hear an actual hard job? Go work in a frozen warehouse. Go work in a frozen warehouse and then tell me that construction work is even remotely as physically, mentally taxing as something as working in a frozen warehouse. Try it. I dare you. You're gonna be crawling back to your construction work, licking the ground and saying, oh, thank God, this job is so easy. Okay? No one even cares. No one cares about anyone in the big scheme of things. Do you care about the guy you drive by on the road when he's walking on foot? No, you don't.
Works on the side of a road, why you have problems with your YouTube channel? No, it's not going to happen because people just don't see things like that. It's the same thing as celebrities. Obviously celebrities have real problems, but does anybody care about them? No. Like,
this is incorrect, by the way. Celebrities don't even have real problems. When was the last time when you heard a celebrity complain about something? Well, I don't know about you, but my personal experience is the last time a celebrity explained how hard and arduous their life was when they made that song "We're All in This Together" started by Gal Gadot, and then they made, you know, that sign "It's gonna be okay" with their expensive yachts. Yeah, I mean, celebrities don't have real problems. The biggest problem is you using too much oxygen and using too much fuel, so your CO2 emissions are too high, and that's bad for them. While they're taking, you know, their daily just for fun flyby on their private jet. It is what it is. Celebrities don't even have real problems.
Like, celebrities have been a thing in modern society for hundreds of years, really, and popular culture has been a thing for 100 years, I would say. Has anything changed? No. I think, if anything, it's gotten worse.
I'm not sure if Asmongold was having a bad day that day, or if he feels this is a normal response.
This is a normal
I absolutely
response.
think that it's a normal response, and I'm sick of pretending like...
Well, he thinks that because he's a sociopath and he does not care about people. That's why he thinks it's a normal response. But, you know, it is true, it is a normal response, and people are starting to see it. That not every person deserves pity for no reason.
It's not.
And if you do not agree with this point, hey, you can find a donation link probably somewhere on this channel. And if you really think that, you know... that everyone deserves pity, then donate to me, bitch. Oh, wait, what? You're not gonna do that? How so? Oh, that's so strange.
I'm sick of pussies. I'm sick of babies. I'm sick of losers.
Really?
I've been a pussy, I've been a baby, and I've been a loser.
Still are. Still are, most would probably, without question, say. Hey. When you're a man whose only experience with a woman was someone who did OnlyFans, used you for clout, and then left you and instantaneously had a kid with another guy, and you spent 2 years texting her to try and get her back? I mean, you're still a loser, you're still a literal everything you said. It is what it is, boys.
That's how I know. And I try not...
When you look like a half-baked pigeon on the sidewalk, hey, you still are.
Not to be every day.
And fail hard. It is what it is.
I'm right about what I said. Do we want to live in a world where I'm not right? Yes.
No.
Will we? No.
I feel those two should have been kind of swapped.
You gonna wear a raincoat because it's gonna rain next week? No. You don't need an umbrella.
What?
You can't go and live your life based off of what you think or hope the world will be one day.
What?
On most reporting.
That's a horrible, horrible way to tie Okay.
Of Emil's tweets were
Moving
far
on.
less vitriolic than this. Asmongold was still the one who truly reflected the views of the Starfield player base.
That's right.
Who
And
cares?
so, the Emil hate marched ever onwards and to ever greater heights.
Wow.
Well, yeah, because he said a bunch of bullshit that I disagreed with.
Yeah, it's not even his fault that this guy got hate. He's a loser developer who did a bad job and then tried to tell everyone that they should give him praise and applause for being a loser. It's not even his fault.
Public platform, by the way. What the fuck are we talking about? This is a public guy. This is a he doesn't have to use his fucking he didn't have to type this shit out. Like, how am I at fault? Like, he got hate?
True.
Well, you know what? I get hate too. Do you remember whenever I
He would have gotten hate no matter what.
said that
And by the way, trying to defend the fact that maybe you're the reason some people decided to be mean to this guy, and your defense is instantaneously, but I also got hate sometimes. After your whole big speech about people not caring about the problems of streamers, and now you're instantaneously deflecting that, oh, I also got hate, is a pretty, well, it's a stupid thing to do, but it's an exactly asmongold thing to do.
you know, remember whenever Andrew Tate got arrested and I said, oh, well, Martin Luther King got arrested for bullshit too. And people turned that and twisted it into thinking that I was comparing Andrew Tate with Martin Luther King.
Well, you are. I don't know about this situation, but if that's all that you said, then yeah. You are obviously comparing Martin Luther King to Andrew Tate without question. Yeah. Well, and if you aren't, that's probably your own fault, Azzy, Goldie, okay? Because you say a half-baked sentence and expect everyone to fill in the blanks. If you're gonna say that Andrew Tate is Martin Luther King or something along those lines, people are gonna think you said that because that's how they fill in the blanks. Don't blame the people for you saying something stupid.
Did I complain about that?
Probably, yes. No. I mean, you're complaining now, so I find it extremely unlikely you didn't complain.
Did I think I said anything wrong? No, not really.
Probably. Considering this is an issue, then you definitely objectively said something wrong.
I just communicated in a bad way.
Like usual, yeah.
That's what happens. And so this is really the thing. Is if you are putting your opinions out there publicly, there will be other people in the public that respond to it.
True.
That's life. Nobody made him make this post. His job doesn't even require him to make this post. It's not like he's a social media manager. He's not a content creator. He's not a public spokesperson for Bethesda.
No, he is.
There's no reason he had to make this. He did it himself. And he posted it on a public platform on his own personal Twitter. Again, publicly.
I would also like it to be known to the jury that despite there being no mention of design documents in Asmongold's video, there certainly is in the comments.
We got rid of design documentation. Well, yeah, I mean, like, you're not about to go blame me for something that somebody in my comment section said, did you? You're not about to go get me on that. Because you know why I didn't talk about that? Because I don't understand it.
That's quite the self-explanatory thing. It's just guidelines, essentially. How to make stuff and whatnot. Hey, if you don't have guidelines and you're making something like this, that's on you.
I don't understand the nuances of that. That's why I didn't talk about it. You don't need to understand the nuance.
Wait, Emil, we got rid of design. Design documentation because I couldn't be arsed to make them to guide my team. That's a pretty bad thing to say. Also, Emil, if you cannot show through documentation how the design process is flawed, it isn't actually flawed. Bro, if someone gives me a burned piece of meat in a restaurant, I can't exactly show you where you went wrong, but I'm pretty confident that I can blatantly see that somewhere along the lines, you charring my food to a crisp is you going somewhere wrong.
Nuances of a game to know that you should have a map for a city, though. I don't care how many documents you do or don't have. You don't have a city, you don't have a city map, you an idiot. What are we trying to intellectualize this for?
True, technically.
What fucking game doesn't have a map in a city? This game's like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Funny how that criticism always seems to show up now anytime Emil's name is mentioned online.
Who cares about that?
After
Bro, how is he gonna even defend this guy, though?
Tweet thread, Emil replied to many people on Twitter, always politely, and one reply in particular came to be used a lot by his detractors to further attack him. It reads, "Oh, the Reddit thread? Lol, yeah, every so often someone likes to dig up a talk I did years ago and misrepresent what I said. Apparently I also don't care about Fallout lore, can't write to save my life."
Yeah, that seems accurate.
And have the IQ of a peanut.
I would say a broken toaster, but it is what it is.
It's on the internet, so it must be true.
Yeah, here you go. You trying to do that same fucking bullshit that girls do sometimes whenever they get criticized for being fucking stupid. Is that some girl will do some stupid fucking shit or say some stupid fucking shit, and then people start calling her stupid, and she says, oh, that's because they hate women. No, it's not. It's not Redditors that are all saying this. You can't classify everybody that fucking goes and says something bad about you as saying you have an IQ of a peanut. You don't have an IQ of a peanut. What the fuck are you talking about? Who said that? Like some random person on Reddit? No, like you of course you can clearly pick out the most vitriolic, insane, obnoxious people and then try to figure out why those people are wrong. Like, you can, of course, do that. But the reality is that that's not the perspective that most people share. The perspective that I think most people share is that the Starfield dialogue is more bland than mayonnaise.
No. I think a lot of people actually share the perspective that this summarization is probably on point. I mean, Fallout's lore has not made sense forever. I mean, they make a new Fallout game, they retcon the lore, and then while making the lore of the new game, they retcon the lore of the new game! Fallout lore cannot even be respected if you try it. Okay? Can't try to save my life. I think everyone on the writing staff for Starfield is atrocious at writing. There's just no other way to put it. There is not a single good piece of dialogue in Starfield, most likely. Everything seems like it's written by a 5-year-old. With Down syndrome, that's where the IQ part probably comes in. Hey, I think this perfectly conveys the summarization of this guy. What? Do you think it doesn't?
The Starfield dialogue is boring. Like, I don't care about what you think about Fallout lore.
It's not boring. It's actually quite hilarious if you pay attention how fucking bad it is. But it's stupid. Starfield dialogue is stupid, not boring.
If you can write to save your life or not, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you could be a great writer, but this isn't good. Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we always talking about extra shit? What does it have to do with anything besides just like, here's the thing, it's not good?
Still, for the most part, Emil's Twitter is a place of positivity. He
Who
tweets
cares?
regularly. Usually.
Nah, but you gotta remember the context for this shit. Remember whenever he said in his first and second tweet, see, this dude fucking, like, I remember this thing, this happened 6 months ago. I remember exactly the words that he said. I remember he said explicitly in that tweet that he wished all the time that he could go on Twitter and shit on video games. And the reason he doesn't, and he gave 2 reasons, he said number 1 is because he knows how much work goes into making games, and number 2, which is, let's be honest, much more important, is that because he's in the industry now, it would make him look bad on a professional level.
1, yeah, that was true, but was he just make to an interpretation. There was something vaguely along that. I don't perfectly remember.
So the reason why he's so positive is because it is beneficial for his professional image. So I don't want to hear about how this guy's...
Wasn't it about the fact that you just can't attack other devs or something like that, an unwritten rule or whatever?
He's a good guy. I'm not about to hear about that shit.
At least once a day. And so
he's not a bad guy either. He's just an average guy. There's nothing wrong with him. I just think his opinions are fucking stupid.
The 14th, one day after being roasted mercilessly by the entire internet.
Yep.
He tweeted this. The one thing I never wanted was for my Twitter feed to become mired in negativity. What was intended to be support and respect for game devs and the development process has morphed into something else entirely.
Nah,
Dude, you did this yourself. In trying to defend your own actions masqueraded as support and goodwill or whatever for game developers and whatnot. No, you did it on your own. You're just trying to mask the fact that you want to pity yourself and aggrandize yourself as support for game developers. Nope.
Full of shit, Emil. You're talking shit trying to act like a fucking victim. Shut the fuck up. You going in there and support and respect for game devs, this exists on the same spectrum. You're trying to sit around and change shit and make it sound like, oh, well, I was just trying to help them. Yeah, you were. You were trying to support and respect them by saying that the fans were wrong and they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. So, yeah, big surprise. Yeah, you are trying to support them. You're trying to support them at the expense of the people that are actually saying what they think about the game. That's the reason. That's the difference. And so, no, it's morphed into something else entirely. That's right. It has. Because that's what happens whenever you put something out in the public, is you put something out and then people take with it what they want. That's life. Bro, it's crazy. Where does this guy come from? Where is he coming from? Lesson learned. Yeah, lesson learned. Exactly.
Hey, this is your average game dev. And I can't wait for some people in the comments to be, oh, why are you constantly calling game devs stupid? Right there. Right there. Literally written. This is why I call game devs stupid. This is why I call them incompetent. This is why I hate most of them. Because this is what they are. Idiots. Incompetent idiots. Stupid idiots. Stupid, incompetent idiots.
Shador, not to just like go and try to make people like their opinion. Oh, we don't understand game development. Oh, we don't understand how to make video games. And this means what? And so like now because we never made a video game before, we can't say that the dialogue sucks? Like you try to turn this problem into some abstract, multifaceted issue that just can't.
No, this is not even a rare thing. A lot of people who are bad at whatever they do are always gonna the first thing typically someone who's really bad at their job is gonna do is say, oh, well, you haven't done that, you don't know how hard it is. I haven't done that, but that doesn't mean again that I can't tell the outcome is shit. It's pretty easy to do that, in fact.
Can't be unraveled or unwoven. But for the customer, they don't see it that way. For the customer, they see that the game comes out and it's not what they wanted it to be. I could go and sit every fucking time that we get a video, you know, somebody like Gamers Nexus or somebody like that does a video about Starforge, and I could be like, oh, it's the shipping, it's this, right? There's a screw loose on the fucking piece of, on the machine. I could give, there's a million fucking reasons why it could happen, but at the end of the day, it's your responsibility for it not to happen. Nobody gives a fuck about what your warehouse process is. Nobody cares about how the person was feeling that day. Like, they care about the product, the outcome, the result. That's why they're giving you money. They're giving you money so they don't have to think about that.
Pretty much. Kinda.
It's the holidays, spread some cheer.
Ah, Jesus.
This is a stereotypical Emil tweet. He seems to be a positive person. Most tweets are about the
Yeah, you usually see that stupid people are overly positive. That's also true.
games he's been playing or the movies he's been watching.
Great.
Bro, I can already tell Emil is like a... Modern Star Wars is good. Modern gaming is good. Adapting to modern audiences is the way to go. I can already tell Emil I don't like Emil on a personal level.
Regularly compliments other game developers' work on all sorts of different games. He talks about his wife.
Nah, bro, but like, let's talk about the real shit, though. Like, you know he's not going to shit on a game, though, right? Because he's a game developer, and that would look bad professionally.
Yep. Yeah.
So, like, you have to look at everything through that lens. And I'm not saying that what he says is a lie.
Yeah, the same way that big streamers never try to get into scuffles with other big streamers and things like that. Because it's bad for business.
But I'm saying that other things he doesn't say. There are those. And if I were him, I'd do the exact same thing. I respect him for doing that. He's making the right call. But he's not unbiased. And he's not giving everything a fair shake.
I mean, you're also not giving it a... Bruh, don't talk about fair shakes, okay? I remember when Starfield came out, and asmongold needed 40 hours to finally decide that, wait a minute, everyone's talking shit about Starfield, so I can also talk shit about Starfield. Bruh. I remember when he was absolutely mortified to say that the game was bad. That the game was absolutely atrociously horrible. Because the wind was not blowing yet in the direction that Starfield equals bad. Bruh. He even deleted one video where he was talking slightly, well, he wasn't talking that slightly negatively, but it was a video where he was not talking about Starfield in the best possible way, and it was before the tide completely turned against Starfield. You've been running around for 2 hours on this plan. Well, I can't say if I'm having fun yet. I think I need a little bit more, like a day or two to play Starfield to see if it's fun. Bro, he is literally unironically the meme of, well, you have to be 40 hours in new game plus 10 hours into campaign then, and then the game gets fun. Unironically, that meme.
The positivity is created.
He talks about his family. He posts recipes of 18th century cookies that he baked.
Who cares?
And so on. He also comes off as kind of goofy. Maybe too openly into nerd culture in a way that seems uncool, and too positive in a way that feels out of place on a website.
Why am I supposed to... I don't understand the point of this video, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Like, guy says shit opinions, but I'm supposed to forgive him because he doesn't cook and murder kittens and dogs in his spare time? What is this?
Usually so infused with cynicism and irony. I would say he seems like a well-meaning...
I don't even think that's true, honestly. I feel like most people on Twitter are just totally normal people. Like, I see sometimes, like, I'll just, like, randomly find some normie's account, and, like, all they do is, respond to the, you know, the fucking Lakers, Twitter account. Oh, man, I saw you.
I thought my cat's in here for a moment. I heard a cattish noise. Huh.
Oh, last week, you really got him. You rinsed him. There it is. Hook 'em horns. You know, over here in fucking Austin. That's what it is, Longhorns. That's what it... They don't give a fuck, man. Like, most people on Twitter aren't doing this shit.
And slightly out of touch boomer. And I don't mean that negatively.
Okay.
I would.
He's not always positive, though. A few weeks before he was attacked for being an entitled game developer, he tweeted about how much he's been struggling with grief after his sister unexpectedly died of cancer.
That's horrible. That sucks.
Yeah,
this is a normal person. Now, I don't know Emil Pagliarulo.
He's not a... No, he is a normal person. Like, guys, this isn't Darth Vader. Who the fuck's...
I don't think anyone thinks that this guy's anything bad per se. But who gives a shit? You write stupid opinions online, well, you get what you get. It is what it is. Right, it is what it is. Anyway, I think I'm done here. This is too long, and asmongold is too annoying and ugly. And this was Quizzer Said. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.